Good evening. The massive effort to save lives and homes from the Cherryville bushfire has received some major help late today, thanks to a much-needed change in the weather. Virginia Langerberg joins us live from Uradla. And Virginia, how's it looking up there at the moment?
Well, Will, it's welcomed relief up here where we've finally seen the first signs of rain, and even more is expected tonight. But the even better news from the CFS, they're saying that the blaze is now contained within control lines. Now, it comes after a huge effort from 250 firefighters who risked it all today to save properties and lives which came under threat. Day 3, Cherryville is back in the firing line as flames bear down on the township. Basket Range already blackened from the fire front, now with a staggering 45-kilometre perimeter.
It is a bit surreal, but it just brings it home about how quickly and easily, fire can damage properties and homes.
Since Thursday, the blaze has ripped through 650 hectares. Anxious locals worked through the night, scrambling to save their homes. How close did it come to your place?
10 metres. I guess you can't be scared, you just get in and do the work.
Sadly, for the Billing family, the devastation hit with full force yesterday. Today, they returned to see their Blockers Road house in ruins.
It's a weird scenario, entirely surreal. We're all just feeling shocked, to be honest.
Owner Brian had stayed till the 11th hour trying to save the property before he and his son had to escape.
Everyone's very distraught. We don't really know where to go from here.
250 firefighters on the ground and 4 water bombers took on today's land and aerial assault, the efforts sparing others from falling victim to the inferno.
We might have 50% of this fire, under control, later today, but to give that message that we've got this fire contained is probably a wrong time at the moment.
But even from the family who lost everything, there was a big thank you to the volunteers who continue to risk their lives in the firefight.
We're immensely grateful. You can't really express that kind of thing in words. There's some houses that have been saved, and they've done a brilliant job.
Now, the blaze has prompted heated debate among locals about the management of fire bans and burn-offs. Many directed their frustration towards authorities at a community meeting this afternoon.
While the plumes of smoke appear to be easing, a midday briefing for locals created a front all of its own.
There are decisions being made, wrong decisions being made, from people who haven't got a clue about how to manage this area.
Basket Range farmer of 60 years, Dean Beauchamp, led a fiery attack on behalf of residents, demanding more burn-offs, but only during much safer conditions.
40-degree temperatures and 100-kilometre-an-hour winds, you'd have the entire Central Hills burnt out in 24 hours.
One of his neighbours, Steve King, says the existing rules about when a burn-off can happen are too lax.
There's some really strict ones inside the fire ban, but outside there doesn't seem to be that same level of control.
The CFS revealing away from the main fire, they also had to deal with a number of private burn-offs yesterday.
It distracted us in terms of we had to send a number of resources to those fires.
As this fire continues to burn, the government says it's currently reviewing regulations surrounding fire bans and the issuing of burn-off permits.
I think the legislation is serving us well, although I would like to have a look at difficulties involved in burning off.
Meanwhile, the effort to restore power to around 200 homes in the fire zone is slow going. The dangerous conditions mean it's unclear when repair crews will be given full access. Edward Godfrey, 9 News.
Now, as we speak, authorities are working out whether to scale back the number of firefighters on the ground tonight. While the rain will be a help, it will also make conditions very slippery and treacherous for ground crews out there. So the thought is that volunteers will get a well-deserved break as Mother Nature takes over, and hopefully locals can also rest a little easier. Will, back to you.
Yes, it is great news. Thanks, Virginia.